For the latest, let's go to Gaziantep, Turkey, where our correspondent Thameen Al Kheetan is standing by. Thameen, people now, again, 1 week on, they're trying to slowly get their lives moving again in the midst of all this destruction. What are you hearing from residents still living there?
Well, when you walk in the streets of Gaziantep, you can see what appears to be an attempt to go back to a normal life. Traffic is almost back to normal, except for a few streets which are still blocked because of collapsed buildings nearby. Shops and restaurants, for example, which was used as shelters in the past few days, are now opening again. One sweets shop owner was telling us that getting back to work is a way for him to face this tragedy psychologically. Another man who is a restaurant owner told us that he needed to work because many people are not able to cook themselves because they lost their homes and they lost everything. Now, you know that the Turkish agency responsible for disaster management is sending teams to inspect buildings and homes in Gaziantep and elsewhere. And if these teams decide that a building or a house is not good to live in, people need to leave immediately, and that leaves people in the streets. In fact, many of them are trying to find tents, and if they do not find tents, they simply sleep in the streets with below freezing temperatures. Of course, many other families are still watching the few remaining search procedures in Gaziantep in hope to find their loved ones, even if these hopes are vanishing day by day.
And Thameen, what about more remote areas of Turkey and Syria? Has humanitarian assistance been able to reach everyone?
The situation is even more difficult elsewhere. In fact, here in Gaziantep, some people were telling us they feel abandoned by the authorities and the international agencies. But one source at a humanitarian agency told us that her agency has decided to leave Gaziantep to go and help people in areas where the needs are very, very big. We know that particularly the situation is disastrous in rural areas, in remote areas, very far away from big cities where people are still waiting for assistance. Our humanitarian source says that its agency will try to go to these people and bring them the needed assistance during the coming few days.
That's France 24 reporter Thameen Al Kheetan. Thank you so much for your reporting.